Gün dolandı dağı taşı, dinmiyor gözümün yaşı. Ah, gelin eyle, tez günde ayırdı felek. Eğlen suna, gelin eğlen suna.
So when we're revisiting alchemy, when we're talking about the science of calcination, or calcination, the science of suffering, I look at the word calcination and I see the word calcify. When we're talking about something calcifying, we're talking about the hardening. But let's go back to ego real quick. Ego is the false sense of self. Write that down. We're using the word. We have to understand the word in proper perspective. Ego is the false sense of self. It is the selfish self. It is that part of the self that deals with separation or the illusion of separation. Remember, God created creation. Creation is an expression of God, so there is only oneness. Any idea of anything besides oneness is our illusion. It's the game we play with our perception. It is ego that makes you believe that you're separate from everybody else in the room. We've seen the expressions of ego when someone says, I'm God, or I love black people and I wish our people would just get together. We probably heard that just this morning or yesterday, right? Then you got some of us who say, okay, you're right, we're going to get it together. And some of us found out what the ancestors done. We got all the texts, we got all the scriptures, we got all the rituals to get it back what it is that we lost. Are you down? And that ego be like, nah, I don't do the group thing, right? I'm an individual, I don't do religion, I don't do organized spirituality. That is the ego, that is the illusion of the separate self. Now we go to calcination. Calcination, when I see that word, I see calcify. Calcify means hardening. Have you ever seen someone in bad posture and their posture begins to calcify? Have you ever seen people with a hunchback and their back begins to calcify into that shape? You could break a bone, and if you don't get it properly set, it begins to calcify and causes you problems. We have our pineal gland and our pituitary gland, which are our spiritual sexual organs. Pineal, use your mind, we have kids in here, pineal is connected to the male sexual part, and the pituitary gland is connected to the female sexual part. It must be engorged with blood in order for it to resonate the way that it's supposed to resonate. How is it engorged with blood? Just like the male sexual part, through oxygen and breathing. Through doing things like yoga, it brings oxygen and blood to the pineal gland so it can resonate with the dimensions and the cycles that govern the cycles, more subtle cycles that exist in your body. So when you don't oxygenate the pineal gland, it becomes dry, it becomes brittle, it begins to become calcified, begins to be hardened. So when we see the word calcify, we see not just hardening, but pathological hardening. I'm not saying two, but I'm going to bring it home. On the human level, pathological hardening is hard-headedness. More on point, hard-heartedness. Callousness is that word, callous again. I'm going to read some definitions of what's on the market as far as calcination. Calcination, for all of those, is the first of 7 major operations in alchemy, in the alchemy of transformation. Let us define alchemy first. Alchemy means the science of transformation. It is actually from the Arabic word al, which means the, and chemi, black, the black. So some people say that it means the study of the black arts, such as sorcery. Those in the conscious community say that it is the study of melanin. Those in the conscious community say it is the study of the arts of black folks, and I'm saying it's all of that. Alchemy is the science of transformation. Alchemy comes from the word kepere. Kepere, keper, the beetle, transformation. Those who actually practice alchemy understand alchemy is the science of transforming base metals into gold, or what they call the philosopher's stone. Now, base metals is usually understood to be lead, and the philosopher's stone, or the transformation of that, is gold. Lead, gold. So, will you allow yourself to be led into enlightenment? Lead. We'll put lead over here, we'll put gold over here. We'll go through the qualities. Lead is hard and dense. Gold is soft and pliable. That's why you have 14 karat gold, 13 karat gold, 23 karat gold, 24 karat gold. Lead is hard, dense, and penetrable. Lead is the element where the light of the sun cannot penetrate. Gold, when it's refined, reflects the light of the sun. Lead is toxic to human consumption. That's why it represents the ego. Those who are engulfed in their ego have pathological egos. They're toxic to all relationships. That's why lead poisoning dulls the senses. And you have gold, which represents refinement and enlightenment. So lead, hard, dense, impenetrable, toxic equals calcination of the ego. Gold represents soft, pliable, refined, shiny, represents sublimation, which is the last of the principles of alchemy, which is the aku. What did we say aku meant? The light self. So when it's talking about the sublimation of the ego gives birth to the aku. Y'all supposed to go, ooh. I went through some serious mental gymnastics to put that together, making all these cross cultures connections. Y'all just like, I'm going to say that again, we're going to get it right. The sublimation of the ego gives birth to the aku.